And with that, we are live. So we're back, and we're gonna get back to our regular game tonight. Pretty excited about that. I don't know what we were doing last time. I think everyone died.
No, we played the I win and we all won.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, you all won herpes. Gotcha. Got it.
Yeah! Haven't gotten that one yet.
And well, you have now.
Yes. It's my lifelong goal.
Right.
Collect all the diseases.
All right. So, what happened last game? So there was a female dark elf that went back to the TP with Wildheart, and ultimately sprung a trap on him with 8 gnomes, and her goal was to lure the richest person in town back to the TP and have the gnomes basically rob them of their goods. So Wildheart may have told a little bit of a lie and said the person with the most money was the dragon. So then she set off to find said dragon, but she didn't know it was a dragon. She thought it was a teenager. So 5 of the gnomes went with her. 3 of the gnomes stayed behind with Wildheart and his bear Yona. Ultimately, the whole group ended up getting involved in the return when she confessed that she had to do it because they had her daughter hostage, and that she was really just working for them out of necessity. You guys went back to the CP. Simba announced that he was a hero, and that he was going to eat them and his friends were going to kill them, which was mostly true. You guys got down to just 1 gnome left, and you had him on the ground questioning him. You were basically asking where this woman's child was, and he said he didn't know. He said they had it in camp outside of Kirmaru's, and he also mentioned a safe house in the local area, and said he could take you there just to let him live. So I think maybe we'll open up there with you guys standing over this dude. So some things that he witnessed during this process. He saw a werewolf. He saw a dragon. And he saw this, sort of noble-looking elf suddenly go all, like, crazy demonic vapor business on one of his friends.
Yeah.
Also, someone was digging around in his pants while invisible, so he just felt weird sensations inside his pants, which was, also awkward for him.
Did he whisper, just let it happen?
No. He was definitely saying, "Don't take that. That's all I've got left." Yeah. So, but that's where we left off. You guys were over this guy, still kind of questioning him. He said he would show you to the safe house, possibly to the encampment at Kirmaru's, and then maybe you'd find more answers in those places. So, what do you want to do?
To the safe house.
A safe house that we definitely don't already know about.
Yeah.
I
So,
definitely already don't own.
so yeah, but he's on the ground. I mean, do you help him up and say lead us there, or how you going
Yeah,
about that?
pretty much.
Sure,
Okay.
take us to the safe house.
So yeah, you stand him up. Clancy, are you still in his pants?
Currently, yes.
Cool. He's like, can you? There's something not. There's some sort of magic in my pants or something. Can someone deal with that?
Quiet you before I deal with the magic in your pants.
And the ghosts.
Whoa, way
Oh
to
my
brag.
god. He says, I can't go anywhere with this weird whatever's going on.
I'm gonna turn visible again and pull my hand out of his pocket after I've turned visible.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say turn visible and then awkwardly just keep it there, but stop moving your hand.
But you'd still be like right beside him, I assume.
Yes,
Yeah. As soon as you appear beside him, he's like, oh, what is that?
that is I.
He says, is
The pants magic.
So now also Valencia is there with you, obviously, and she's just sort of like standing a little like, wide-eyed at everything that's going on. Does anyone attempt to talk to her? Simba,
Let's talk to the servants.
Simba starts walking over to her.
That's fine.
As he's walking, he turns back into his human form, and he gets over to her, and he says, "Pops, what do we do with this one?"
This is the one who basically, we were supposed to deal with her daughter, right?
Yeah.
Save her daughter.
Yep.
Well, we're not going to kill that one.
Because I know, but should we? I mean, she was working for them. Should we
No, we're
tie
not
her
gonna
up
kill her.
or no?
She's coming with us regardless. So, and I mean, if she does something, remember, you get to eat her.
Well,
I'll hold her pocket.
He says, "You know what? Since she looks like Wildheart and Wildheart looks like her, maybe Wildheart should like keep track of her."
What?
Wow, that sounds.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't.
Whoa, and I thought I was the racist.
Yeah.
I know, right?
How about we let
Holy
Clancy keep a
shit.
track of her?
No. You misunderstand. I just feel like maybe she'd feel more at ease with Wildheart.
Yeah, sure, okay. I guess that you got to ask Wildheart about that.
Wildheart, will you take care of this lady?
Sure.
Cool. So Valencia sort of walks over to you and she says, "Please, just I was only doing what I had to. You won't kill me, will you?"
I make no promises.
She says,
Okay, well.
If we could find my daughter and make sure she's safe, if that happens, then you can do whatever you want with me."
No, Wildheart. I heard that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And this is why you don't let Simba ask.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, the gnome starts leading you guys up through the forest, and he sort of leads you up here, really, to the edge of the water, and you can see like the mill across the stream. And he says, "We'll have to cross the water here."
Sure, but if you run off, I'm gonna let him eat you. Oh, that's right. Your legs are messed up, aren't they? If I remember. He ain't got no legs, right? Something's wrong with him.
He's got legs. They were definitely damaged.
Yeah. He ain't gonna run off. He ain't that stupid.
Yeah.
Or
Even
waterboarding is gonna be a thing.
he's even like I may need assistance getting across.
And while you waterboard him, I can heat the water. Anyway.
And he just stands there looking at you guys and then looking at the water.
You brought this on yourself. If you drown,
He's like, "I'm no good to you. I'm no good to you, dead."
well,
You may not be good to us alive.
you're really good to him before you die, though. Remember that.
Actually, I would like to point out the fact that your organs will sell for quite a lot.
He's like, "Oh, I'm just asking for some help across the water."
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll pick him up in my
Such a
hand and carry
baby.
him.
He says, I don't like this any more than you do."
Oh, I remember I can just throw you in the water. So, all right, let's go.
Okay, so yeah, you guys, you
Cue
guys,
the theme from Bodyguard.
Oh my.
so yeah, you guys cross over the water to the safe house. And
Not for him if it's the place I'm thinking it is.
he as he's walking up, he's like, "Oh, it looks like there might have been a skirmish here or something." So if you guys remember, like there was a bomb and stuff that went off there. And,
Yeah.
right.
I don't think Mist knows that because I don't think he's been back at his place since that happened.
I imagine somebody filled him in.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
so.
no, he was back.
I went
He
back.
was back, and he reset some traps.
Yeah.
Sure
Didn't
did.
So when you guys get towards the front of the door, he's like, "All right, listen, there's a sentry that I need to deactivate. If you could just stand back for a second, and I'll open the door and deactivate the sentry."
Hey Simba, can you be prepared to breathe fire? Please.
I'm
Yes,
I'm
thank
just gonna push him out of the way, Mike, and then go deactivate my traps and walk inside.
When you push him, he's like, "Hey, wait! Don't watch out! It's not safe." And then you deactivate your traps, and he's like, "Where's?"
I'll be like, "This is my house."
Ooh, man, you living just is going straight out the window.
He says, "What? What do you mean your house?"
I've owned this for a while.
He says, "No, we had this commissioned."
I bet you did.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sure did.
Did you
Man,
do
you're-
something with the sentry?
Man, you may be dead.
It's not looking good for you, man.
You mean the delicious hams that my dragon friend over there ate?
He says, "You ate Hamilton?"
That was his name.
Oh, great.
So that's who he was.
Oh, he has a name.
Well, I mean, they're.
Had a name.
He's like, they're all named Hamilton. I mean, anyways,
Oh my god.
What?
There's more than one.
What?
This is great.
No. I mean, his name was Hamilton.
Hmm.
Yes.
Oh, you were
No,
so
you
dead.
fucked up.
You were so dead. Like,
He's
oh,
like,
man,
all right.
you're
Well,
so dead.
this is the.
You literally picked the worst people to steal from, just to let you know.
He says, "Well, I was only acting on orders. I was."
Oh, I bet you were.
Look,
Yeah.
he's like, "Look, do I look like the kind of guy that makes decisions?"
You look like the kind of
Nope.
guy that's gonna look real good in his belly in a minute. That's okay.
He just like sighs and shakes his head. He says, "All right, well, come in here. We have to get a sigil." And he like walks to the back of there, and the stones in the wall. He finds one and he sort of like, draws with his finger like a symbol on it, and it sort of like breaks loose and he pulls it out, and behind it there's like an emblem. It's like a medallion type of thing, and he grabs it, and then he puts the stone back. While he's doing that, do y'all do anything? Do you ask anything? What's going on?
I mean, this
I'm
ain't my
legitimately
house.
Watching this, yes.
Yeah. So Sim's like, "Hey, what's that?" He's like, "Oh, we'll need this for passage into the inn camp." And then he takes it and he says, "Okay, well, now we've got to travel. It's Kirmaruz is not terribly close. I don't know if you've ever been there before. You guys have. But whether you admit you've been there or not, that's up to you."
You're like, what is that place? Please explain.
That sounds new and exciting.
Yeah. So he says, "Well, it's probably
Are there
about
more? How many people were there?
well, it's a sort of it's an inn camp for my people, and people come and go. So I mean, I don't know exactly how many people are there right now, and it's going to be
More
days
souls for him to eat.
It's
sounds
gonna
That
be,
sounds like an ambush, but
days before we get there." He says, "But well, I'll do my best to grant you safe passage. It's what we have the medallion for, and maybe this lady's daughter is there."
You better hope so.
And let's see, what's today's date? Cool. Now, you guys have the ability to fast travel to Kirmaruz, or it's like a week's travel.
Yeah, but we're gonna definitely have to kill him afterwards if we show him that.
If we fast travel, he's dead for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
You know?
he's 100% dead.
yeah.
I mean, you could knock him out and tell him it took that long, and he just woke up.
Yeah.
I could. You could do that. Now, you put him to sleep with your powder, right? Don't you have some sleeping powder or something? Touch cast or whatever?
I got sleep poison.
Well, I mean, it ain't gonna kill him.
It shouldn't.
I mean, Melody could heal him if she wants to.
So
Yeah, I can do that.
So he says, he's like, "Hey, so do you guys have a cart or transportation? Some sort of donkeys, mules, horses, something?"
Hell yeah, we got the fastest donkey ever, and then I'm going to roll on Dex to touch him and put him to sleep.
Okay, yeah, roll for it. I mean, You didn't really have to roll on it. You can just put him to sleep.
Fuck
Honestly.
yeah! I'm just gonna put his ass to sleep.
Yeah. I mean, you have like full advantage of this guy.
All right, Simba, do your thing. Open up portal.
See, well, you guys are still at the house. You have to like walk down there, right? So yeah, you put him to sleep, and somebody's going to carry him, I assume.
Sure.
I'm gonna drag him.
Now
but
you've
yes.
still got Valencia with you too.
Look. Wildheart's gonna like.
Put a fucking
Deuce.
blinder on her or something.
She's gonna wonder.
Can't she go night night too?
So
She could.
as soon as
Probably.
you put him to sleep, she's like, why did you do that? How are you going to find the way there without him?
And I reach over to her with my hand coated in poison again and say, "Don't worry about it."
You go
As I
night
touch
night.
her.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Everyone goes night night.
Yeah. So as soon as you put her to sleep, a weird like shockwave just like emanates from her. It's just kind of like a boom, and you feel
Neat.
it as she falls to the ground, and that's all that happens that you detect anyways. But it's weird for sure.
Hey Simba, could you tell me what her aura looks like?
Simba says, it's gone, maybe? I can't detect it anymore, Pops.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's suspicious juice all day long.
But she's asleep, and she's either fallen to the ground or you've got her, one of the two.
Do I have something?
She's asleep but alive.
Well, I mean, you can check. You haven't checked to see if she's live, so I guess.
I'm gonna check her pulse.
Yeah. Roll on, I guess, Dex. I don't know. That sounds good.
I'll even use my dex. Yes, my dump stat.
And she falls to the ground.
You can't tell.
Cool, I think she's dead. Can we sell her organs?
What am I rolling on to see if she's got a pulse?
Dex.
Okay.
On Dex?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you can feel a pulse.
I mean, she's not dead, but I don't know how strong she is.
You can see that she's breathing and stuff.
She's breathing for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, she from all
Are
appearances.
you really sure?
From all
Yeah.
appearances, she just looks like a sleeping
it.
person. Other than the
Kinda.
weird,
I know you wanted
the
that.
weird thing that was happened to her, and now that there's no detectable aura.
I'm just going to loudly proclaim a hunch that I think we may have been being spied on.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's okay. I'll burn the entire town to the ground.
You're still in
Right,
your town.
maybe.
Simba?
You're gonna burn our town to the ground?
Yes, I'll burn it all.
Damn, dude.
With the power of fire, you too can steal from the rich.
So I guess you guys are in the tree and teleporting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So you guys go to the tree. Simba opens the portal, and you guys sort of teleport yourselves to.
Can't all be winners.
Hold on, if we're passing by, is my hat ready yet?
Definitely not. It was going to be days.
Damn it.
So let's see. It's still Monday, May 3rd. No. Yes. Maybe. Like Sunday.
Don't
You're
know.
asking the wrong
Yeah.
people.
Monday, May 3rd.
Yeah.
And come on, load in. So yeah, you
Oh, this town? This ain't really our town. Burn it to the ground.
you
I had that before as Fiamma, and y'all were like, oh, no.
you guys come out here from this tree right here
Hearing less now.
in front of what is now Melody's house. It was the Great Shaman Ricky's house.
Okay, everything can burn, but this area.
So yeah, you arrive. It's at this point it's definitely like midday when you arrive with your two hostages in tow. So what do you want to do?
Smack the two people and wake them up.
Cool. So yeah, you kind of smack them across the face. Maybe take a few tries. They eventually start coming around. And do you want to do it in town? You don't want to take them out of town or anything? You're just gonna do it there.
Aren't we off on the side of town when we come in?
I mean, you're over here, like this house.
Yeah, pretty much fuzz right.
I think
Good enough.
All right, cool. So yeah, the gnome wakes up first, and he's like, oh god, He's like, whoa, what happened? My head hurts. I taste copper.
Man, we
That's
just
not
started
good.
going on that donkey and he kicked you in the side of the head. It was crazy.
See, I
Glad you're
don't-
still alive.
I don't remember a donkey.
You want to go
Donkey
over there and
kicked
talk
you.
to him again?
No. No.
I wouldn't either. He's kind of pissy.
He says, okay, so how close are we? How long has it been?
We're here.
It's been a while, man. We're here.
He says, what do you mean we're here?
Hey, man, like I said, you got hit hard.
I've been asleep a week?
Yeah, I thought you fucking died.
How did I live that
Don't
long?
worry, I cuddled
I
to
don't
keep
know.
you warm.
He looks at you and he's
Yeah,
like,
do you need Clancy to reach in your pocket again? He's more than happy to.
he looks over and he just shudders a little bit and he's like, I don't feel so good. And he like bends over and throws up a little bit.
I want to polymorph my head.
I'll lean over and whisper in the mister's ear.
for it.
He's gonna ask, "Oh, really?"
Not you,
On
no,
what?
Clancy.
Natural 12. Wait, what race is this dude?
Well, you're doing this. What are you doing, Gray? While you polymorph?
I'm whispering into something into Mist's ear, so he can't hear us.
What are you whispering?
Oh, that he's gonna ask how we got here and how we knew about this place because we said we didn't.
We asked for directions.
Exactly.
Oh, that's gonna work out well. Okay.
You're talking to
Sure, we don't have
you're talking to
Answer
Smee.
shit.
Talking
Smee?
Smee.
Smee is my pirate
Yeah,
from another game.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay.
It's still your name.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that's true.
So anyway,
So what race is this dude again?
he's a gnome.
Gnome? Okay. I have now transfigured my face into the most beautiful gnome woman, and I pull my mask off.
But you still have a man's body.
Doesn't matter, gnome head.
You have like a
This
tall
dude's
man's
kind
body.
of dazed. I'm just
I
saying.
also still have Clancy's voice. You know you like it, sugar.
He-
While that's happening, I would also like to check on my house, but yeah.
yeah. So he looks at you and he's just like, "Whoa, you're
Hot, right?
That's not what. What are you?"
I must hide my beauty,
He's like,
for the
"Your
world
dream-
wants me.
Your dream.
And I put my mask back on,
He's like,
take off the polymorph.
Also, Valencia's sort of woken up while this is all going on, and she's just like, what's going on?"
Don't worry about it.
Don't ask questions.
She's just,
You fell?
she says, I fell. That's weird. And then she looks up at the sky, and she sort of looks at the sun. And it looks like she sobers up pretty quickly. And she says, "Wait, was I asleep?"
Yes. Why?
She says, "Oh, okay."
No, you need to answer that question.
Yeah, you probably should answer that.
She says,
Don't be so judgy.
She says, I haven't slept in a while, so it's just
No.
surprising."
That's not a good answer.
No, that doesn't sound like the answer I was looking for.
She says, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Do you want us to help your daughter or not?
She says, absolutely.
Then tell us what's going on.
She says, well, it just seems odd that, well, given the position of the sun, it seems like it's the same day, but we're a good distance away from where we were.
She would know that.
No,
being
that's
in the
got
dark,
nothing
she
to
would-
do
she-
with it. You said, "Did I go to sleep?" And then, "Oh."
Like I said,
you answer the question, magical bitch.
I haven't slept in a while, and so it's just surprising.
Man, oh man, your daughter is slipping through your fingers.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's-
I'm out, guys. She ain't telling the truth.
She says, no, wait.
Hold
Don't you
on.
have some poison for that?
Pretty
did-
easy solution. I'm just gonna use charming and open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you lying to us?
She says, about what?
No, answer the question. Are you lying to us?
She says, I'm telling you the truth.
she actually may be telling the truth because Charmy
Probably.
opened. I mean, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've
It's
got a.
Mike can say whatever the hell he wants.
I think you need to phrase the question differently and ask why we can't detect her aura.
That's pretty good.
I wasn't paying
Actually,
attention
yes,
when the
it
dragon was talking. He was asleep, so I was still rifling through his pockets.
Well, I was paying attention. And we need to ask her why we couldn't detect her aura.
I mean, you could be like, Clancy, hey, ask her why you can.
That's what I'm doing right now as
Okay.
Melody.
Okay.
Is Clancy paying attention, or do I have to do this myself?
Clancy's like, I don't wanna.
Okay, fine. As in Charming and Open, I ask her, when you passed out, why couldn't we detect your aura?
She says, "What do you mean detect my aura?"
Oh my god.
You know what?
Just keep talking to her. I'm just saying.
Slave sounding more and more nice.
I look over at Gray and I said, you understand your son's ability more than I do. Help me translate how he sees auras.
My son can see your aura. You realize he's a dragon. He could basically see, I guess.
She says,
field.
I don't. Well, the gnomes they cast magic on me, and
Okay. Oh, now the truth comes. Okay.
I mean,
So we need to be using Charming
maybe
and Open.
she says
on
maybe it wore off when I fell asleep. I'm not entirely sure how it works.
What magic did they cast on you?
I couldn't tell you exactly what
You
it
need to be
does.
asking the gnome.
It's kept me awake for a long time. It prevents me from sleeping. It keeps me.
Hey,
in their
gnome, what
service.
did y'all cast on her? Answer the question or you die.
The gnome's like, whoa. Listen, bro, I can't explain to you enough that like I'm like the bottom of the barrel, okay?
Ooh,
Like,
the bottom of the barrel.
I
better
don't
know this
I don't
answer.
I don't make the decisions. I don't do the
Well, shouldn't
magic.
you understand your own basic magic?
He's like, look, if I could do magic, like real decent magic, do you think I'd have been the one they sent in to like go rob some people in a village?
Yes.
Yeah.
He says no. Magic users aren't expendable. I mean, I can do some basic spells like any normal person can, but that's about it.
In a minute, you're going to be singing "In the Arms of an Angel."
And
Says
parts
they-
of you are going to be sold in Calcutta, and
He's-
parts
That's
of you...
fine. You know what?
He
Let's
says angels aren't
continue.
real.
Oh, ooh, man.
We have a party member that would not be happy with you for saying that.
Yeah, you know what? That's cool. Yes, they're absolutely.
We'll keep
not
him
real.
alive, and if things go
I'd have been
sideways,
like, yeah, that's
I
true.
can't wait.
we'll take him to Fiamma and let him say that.
He's like, all right, well, so did you say we were in Curious? Are we in the town?
Yeah, man.
He says,
You must have a soft head. That donkey just kicked right through.
He says, look. So the encamp it's a little southwest of here. There's a cave that we've taken up residence in.
Is this another place you've taken residence in? Probably owned by somebody else previously.
He says, no, the cave was empty.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it used to be a mine, but it seems to have been abandoned.
That sounds like treasure.
Interesting.
That sounds like a mine we've been in before, does it not?
It does.
What? Did y'all already take the treasure?
It's not a treasure you'd care about, Clancy.
If it exists, I can sell it. Including him!
Yeah. So old Valencia, she's over there and she's sort of just conveying to you that she's like, look, I think we should probably hurry. I still don't understand exactly what's happened, but the sooner we can save my daughter, the better. I haven't seen her in so long.
I don't feel like you're being truthful.
The sooner we get you.
I've told you everything that I know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go save her daughter, even though
You're putting quotation marks around save your daughter because when we get there, there's going to be no daughter.
Well, that's not going to be my problem.
I know. But, she tricked us because she doesn't actually have a daughter.
Once again, also not my
I know.
problem.
No,
I haven't tasted you. I haven't tasted. You know what? I haven't ate before.
I mean, you guys have used a number of skills and abilities on her where she has to tell you the truth.
That's true. That is true.
The truth is she knows it.
That's true.
That's right. If she doesn't know the truth,
If her memory's
she can't
been
answer
wiped
it.
or whatever, yeah.
So that's fine.
None of the party trusts anything.
No.
Nope.
You should never
one.
trust this.
Yeah.
Let's just continue this.
All right, cool. So he says, all right. So do you guys like make your way then? So do you just walk right through town, or do you walk on the outskirts of town? How are you looking to get out of town and head the way you need to go?
I don't care where we
I
walk.
kind of wanted to check out my cabin and then check up with everybody, but...
Yeah, I mean you can roll discern realities to check out your cabin.
Okay.
Were we banned from this town?
No?
No, remember they don't like
I've
magic
been in the
users
town.
here.
So
Yeah, I kind of feel like we did get banned from this
yeah,
town.
so the last time you were here,
They didn't know what happens, but Fiamma caught a lot on fire.
no, Kazuki was
Oh,
The
yeah!
shit out of somebody.
Yep.
We can't help what Kazuki
right.
did.
Yeah, but you guys kind of cut and run a little bit.
Well, guess what?
I'm just gonna tell him we killed him.
Now it's only Melody, Mist, and Gray, right? Wildheart and Clancy were not a part of this.
And remember, I told them, I'm not responsible for this kid. If you want to take him in, but I didn't think they should, but that I would not take responsibility for him.
That was months and months ago.
It was definitely like
remember
maybe 2 months ago.
They're not gonna remember that.
Yeah, I can remember that.
They're not gonna remember their town on fire.
Because also Fiamma did set the old folks home basically on fire or something.
They didn't know that was us. They had
Right,
no
yeah.
idea that was
on
us.
fire.
Anyway, yeah.
Fuck the old people.
They had no idea who did that.
So you guys, so Melody, did you roll a discern reality? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It's mostly full of cobwebs. It's dusty. It doesn't seem like anyone's used the entryway or the windows at all. But you do find some small footprints through the dust.
Okay.
So that's what you find.
Apparently, your cat thinks so as well.
Yeah. All right. So, now, did you guys decide you were walking through town, or?
I caught up, so wherever they're going, I'm following.
All right.
I am
Magically,
really
there accidentally may be another fire if something bad happens.
Was that a yes on walking through town? Yes. Okay. Cool.
I'm sorry, the
What are you
whole
gonna
way.
do?
So as you start walking towards the town, the gnome's like, I don't like the two of us shouldn't be walking through town. They don't really like gnomes here, and nobody likes dark elves anywhere, really. Bless me, sorry.
Hashtag relatable.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Fine, let's not walk through town.
I mean, some of you could walk through town, and the rest of you could go around. That's up to you.
What is this, Alabama? Anyway.
I'm
I mean,
gonna take the straightest
maybe.
path to the south gate or whatever is down there.
Cool. Clancy's walking through town. What's Miss doing?
Mist is going to put the cloak over his head and just walk on the outskirts of town.
Okay. And
I
Melody?
also have a cloak.
And what are you doing, Melody?
So that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
I also have a cloak.
And Gray?
I'm gonna walk straight through town.
Of course he is.
Jesus.
And Wildheart?
Yeah, I'll walk through town.
Great.
So the people that probably should worry about like not walking through town or walking through town, and the people that they're probably not going to give a shit about are working in the outskirts.
So Mist and Melody,
Cool.
Before we split up,
yeah.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
All right.
Which one is it? There it is. Was click on intelligence. Cool. Cool. I'm gonna cast telepathy on Mist.
Okay.
Cool.
And then in his mind, I'm gonna be like, Mist,
All right.
Mist, I am your father.
Of course he's gonna waste his power.
What negative are you taking?
I won't be able to use that spell until the rest.
Okay. All right. So Mist and Melody, the gnome and the dark elf are with you. Valencia and gnome whose name you've never asked. They're walking with you on the outskirts of town. Meanwhile, Clancy and Gray and Wildheart, you're walking through the center of town, and Simba's with you, obviously. So as you start making your way through town, as you start getting towards the square, it's midday, so it's pretty bustling, and there's definitely some murmurs as you guys are walking by, and people seem to be avoiding you mostly.
Good.
Yeah, it was a good. Yeah.
Yeah. As you guys sort of get just past the town square, a man in what looks to be sort of like a uniform, sort of as you're walking by, he walks by and he says, "You boys best make your way out of town."
Sure.
Don't talk to my servants, sir.
He says, "And take your weirdo friend with you."
Yeah. Anyway,
Just
as
keep
we
walking.
were.
He says, I trust I won't see you again."
We're just still walking.
Yeah, well, you guys are on the outskirts. Like, you're not dealing with these people.
Yeah, we're.
You guys will make your way sort of just over.
You know what? Do we have a problem? Is there an issue?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Totally got this. I'm gonna cast another spell.
Well, he says, I mean, there's no issue right now as long as you make your way.
Well, what would be the issue if I didn't make my way?
He says, "Look, I'm sure you understand the world we live in.
You came up to me.
Well, he's just walking by you. He says, this town doesn't take kindly to certain types of people."
And who? What types of people are you were referring to?
You know.
He says,
We'll
"Do I
see.
really have to spell it out for you, sir?"
Oh, if you want, I would love for you to spell it out for me, sir.
Of course, it's the dark elves. Look at him.
He says, "See, the weirdo understands."
That's cool. He's my buddy. You can kiss my ass, and you're an asshole.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
All right.
Awesome. I cast Cause Fear on him and on a pebble right at his feet.
Okay. He immediately starts attacking the pebble.
See, idiots. We have idiots.
He pulls out a sword. He starts whacking the pebble with his sword.
Yeah. All right.
Somebody strong on the fairy dust.
Oh, look
Totally
at the-
crazy.
Yeah.
And you guys just make your way.
Let's get out of here.
Yes. Anyway, let's go about our business. This crazy racist fool.
Yeah.
After I get like 30 or 40 feet away, I'm just gonna cancel the spell.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys make your way out, and then you sort of like you meet up with Mist and Melody. Mist and Melody, at the time you were walking, did you have any conversation with the gnome or the Valencia?
They don't seem like they want to talk.
Nope.
I mean, they're just following. I assume you guys are walking with them in between you. That would make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just trudging along, you know. So yeah, you guys get to the edge of town, and then you make the trek. It's if I remember correctly, it's about 4 or 5 hours or so to the cave. So you get to the cave, and it's early evening. Now it's a cave you've seen before, but the front of it is not quite the same as it used to be. When you arrive, you can see the cave entrance from a little bit of a distance, and there's been some stuff set up in front of it.
I immediately cast Fireball. No, wrong character.
Yeah. So yeah, you see sort of the in-camp entrance there, and
Yes,
unnamed gnome. That's hard to say.
Oh.
The unnamed gnome.
No.
Yeah, says, "All right, that's the in-camp." He says, "I don't. It might be better if I just go in with one or two of you and not the whole group."
Oh my!
Oh no, we don't play this game.
Yeah, we don't do this. You really want to die.
He says, "No, I'm trying not to die."
Don't seem like it, but okay.
What's Clancy saying?
Guys, we need an infiltration scheme. I've got the perfect idea.
Oh god.
Gnome, you don't want your organs sold, correct?
He like puts his hands on his chest and he's like, no.
Good. Well, then you will tell the people at the front gate that we have come to purchase both this woman and her daughter.
He says, but, oh,
You don't really have a choice in this matter.
okay. I guess I could do that.
You really don't have a
Are
choice.
you coming with me, or am I just going on my own to tell them?
You're not going anywhere by yourself.
No.
Nope.
No.
And one of you are going to be the ones that talk. And I'm going to cast a spell to turn invisible.
Alright.
Which was that? That one's... Okay. Yep. And do it perfectly!
So yeah, you just,
And then you start rifling through his pocket again.
you
Yes.
you disappear, and Simba, who
I can still hear you.
Simba, who's now seen you do this a number of times, says, "You know what? I'm gonna do that too."
Okay.
And Simba goes invisible.
Perfect.
Yep. And so I guess you guys are now walking up to the front with them.
Sure.
Yep. So he walks within about 20 yards, and he takes that symbol he's got, and he holds it up in the air with his hand. He holds it up way up high, and then he just says, "Okay, we're just gonna wait here a minute." And after like a minute of him holding out, 3 gnomes start walking out from the entrance, and they're armed with like swords, and they got bows on their back, and they look, they look pretty like, hardened, muscular for gnomes, whatever. And they walk out to where him and you guys are, and they say, "Well met." He says, "What's going on here?" And he says, "Oh, so these fine people that I met in my travels, they have taken a liking to our servant here and would like to purchase her, and they said that she also has a daughter. I don't know where that elf is, but they would like to purchase that one too, if that's possible." And the one in the middle sort of looks at you guys and he says, "Well, we really value our dark elf servants. They're not necessarily for sale. I mean, maybe for the right price. It's quite the commodity, really. I don't know that one such as yourself could afford such a thing."
I just smile and say, "What's the price?"
He says, "Oh, well, for this woman here, 200 gold. And he says, "The daughter, well, I'll have to see if we have her." He says, What's your name, woman?" And she says, "Oh, I'm called Valencia." She says, "My daughter's name is Kit." She says, "All right." And you see him pull out what looks like a seashell from his like pocket, and he like starts talking into it in Gnomish. And after like a little bit of conversation, he says, "They're gonna check. It'll be just a few minutes."
I'm going to walk into the cave.
Okay.
I am not.
Yeah.
I'm good with
Sure.
that.
I'm invisible, so...
Yeah. Okay. Can I get you to roll a Defy Danger?
On what?
I guess intelligence.
That's an 8.
Cool. You definitely detect some sort of like magical barrier / alarm system at the cave entrance.
All right.
So you're standing directly in front of the cave, and you're like,
Yeah.
something's not right here.
Yeah. I guess I'll just stand at the cave entrance then.
Okay. All right. So does anyone else make conversation or anything while these guys are standing there and they're just waiting for their callback?
Nope. I just stare that fucker right in the eyes.
Yeah.
Not blinking.
Yeah.
Not moving.
So one of the guys who's standing there while you're waiting, he just sort of addresses the group, and he says, "So, would you be interested in a trade? I see you got a male dark elf there. Maybe we could arrange something for that. We don't have a lot of
I
males."
say, he's mine.
He says, "Oh, yeah. Okay. He says, he looks pretty well fed."
I just stare at him.
Master treats me kindly.
He says, "Oh, do you allow him to speak freely like that?"
Apologies.
Man, y'all are a bunch of racists around here.
Anyway, do you say that?
Yes.
He's like, "Psh, I mean, I don't understand what your problem is. You seem to be,
Buying people.
buying and selling people just like we do."
Well, I don't buy and sell anyone.
Oh my
He
god.
says, "Then what is your role here?"
I'm here to just take care of any problems. That's what my role is.
He looks over at you again, Mist. Now kind of assuming that you're in charge. He says, "Do you let your mercenaries talk like that?"
He handles problems well. Don't worry.
Whoa. You speak to me directly, boy.
He says, "Well, you just have no
Oh.
manners. I don't see why I would."
You have no manners. You're the one that's thinking everybody has to be a slave around here. But that's okay.
He says, "Oh, I don't believe everyone should be a slave. Just the
Oh, just certain people.
just the inferior ones."
Oh, okay. I bet you he's not inferior. I bet you if you fought him, he'd probably kick your ass.
He says, "Well, that's why we put the magical collars on him."
No. Oh, so you have collars. That's good. Okay, that's cool.
He says,
So what you're saying is you're inferior to them, so you have to dumb them down. That's what I'm hearing.
So he starts ignoring you.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think because we should probably know this information, that I start asking about the magical collars and how they work. Where you procure such items.
He says, and you let your woman speak freely too. You are quite the progressive, sir.
Thank you.
Well, you know what? I don't have to say anything else anymore because you just pissed off the wrong one. But continue.
He says, well, my lady, I'm sure it's probably more complicated than you can understand. But
Man, this keeps getting good. Grace shakes his head. Ooh.
he says, it's proprietary gnomish magic. We don't sell or give away the rights to the collars, I'm afraid.
Got it. Inferior technology. Thank you.
Sir, where's the child?
I'm still waiting for him to call back.
Well, call him again. I'm busy, my friend.
He says, look, you're buying from us. We're selling to you. You can be patient.
I just keep staring at him.
Cool. So the guy that has led you guys there, he's like, so I think I've done my part. I think I'm gonna head in.
I'm gonna look at him and be like,
You are not going anywhere.
not until we get what we came for.
So the other guy on the other side, he's like, do you have a problem with our comrade?
No, I have a problem that I need my slaves. Where's the kid? And I pull out a sack that looks suspiciously like frog skin and jingle it.
He says, yes, 1 minute. And then then the guy's like shell kind of starts to vibrate, and he pulls it back up, and he's talking in Gnomish again, and it seems to be a little heated, and then you can sort of hear him express something about like a fat wallet, and he says look, they're really unwilling to part with the girl, I'm afraid. Perhaps you would like to come inside for further negotiations?
Ooh. I'll go inside alone.
He says, I mean, okay. Yeah, we only need
I
one
just
of
look
you.
around and say, everybody stay out here. I'll be back.
Yep. So, all right. And our comrade?
Yeah, whatever.
That's great. Come on. And the guy says, okay, good doing business with all of you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. So he leads you, Mist, and the other gnome in. And
as they step through, specifically as Mist steps through where I felt that barrier, I also step through.
yeah, I mean, when you feel them walk, when they walk up to the barrier, it sort of parts on its own. And of the
As he's sneaking past the barrier where they can't hear, can I
well,
tell
hold on,
Clancy?
1 minute. As they're
Or I
riding
can see
barrier,
Clancy's
he's like, oh yes, if you wouldn't mind paying for the woman now, and then.
No, I don't think so. That's not how bargaining
They
works,
come
sir.
as a pair.
Sorry.
She says, then we'll request she come with us then.
No.
No, that's not how.
She
this
can
is
stay out here with your guards. I will purchase her, but that's not how bargaining works. We will come to a deal. I will pay you, and then I will leave.
He says, all right then.
Just hear a whisper in your ear.
And then
Yeah, that's
in
the
my
way to go.
head, because Clancy has done this telepathic shit,
Oh,
I
fucking-
warn Clancy that if shit goes down, I cannot save him.
It's okay, Mist. I'm invisible
For now.
and have the power of running.
Okay.
As you continue to walk in, he pulls the shell back up to his face and starts talking in Gnomish into it again. So Mist and Invisible Clancy and the unnamed gnome all walk in, you guys start down a corridor, and he starts leading you down like a ways. Meanwhile, back outside, you guys are out there with these other two gnomes, and after a minute or two passes, two more gnomes emerge from the cave and walk up beside these other two, as soon as they walk up, they sort of hail the other guys, and they start chit chatting with each other in Gnomish and talking about something. What do you guys? Are you going to do anything while you're out there with them? So Simba.
I would like to very, very, very quietly look at Gray and go, I hope they flay the mouthy one.
So
Mm-hmm.
Valencia is there with you guys, and Valencia sort of says to Wildheart, she says, is your friend going to be okay? I don't know that he should have gone in.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
She says, well, I don't think it's safe inside there.
For them, maybe.
Well,
So, so Mist, you're inside. This guy's leading you a ways, and then he leads you to an opening that has it's like a large stone table, and so he walks you up to it, and he says, all right, so the people in charge should be here in a minute, and I'm just gonna hang out by the doorway if that's all right with you.
Yeah, cool, man.
Cool. And he walks over by the door and just stands sort of guard.
I'm going to state that I'm coating my hand in golden root right now.
Okay. So not long goes by, and two gnomes in what look to be like fine robes sort of walk in, and they're a little overweight. You can tell these gnomes aren't really doing any like actual work. They might be like gnomish royalty if there is such a thing.
Okay.
But they walk in and they're like, "So, you're the one who wants to buy Kit?"
I suppose if that's her name.
They say, "Yes. Well, as you may well understand, being a businessman, some assets are just worth more than others."
I've been told.
He says, "And quite frankly, no amount of money is worth the life of this elf. She has great value to us." She says, "Do you have anything beyond money, something better than money to offer?"
Better than money. I do not know what that means, sir. That is awful vague.
He says, "I don't know, some sort of rare magical item or something something unattainable by money.
Here's my bag of trinkets.
Perhaps
No.
perhaps you
Go
could
ahead,
offer service instead of money."
Oh, yeah, okay.
Telepathically, I'm gonna say to Mist, you should ask to check the goods first.
Yeah, good point. I'd like to see that you actually have the one I'm seeking.
He says,
Sir, have you ever bought something sight unseen?
He says, "That's fair. Give us just a moment." And one of them leaves, and the other one just sort of stands there. Meanwhile, outside, you guys, Melody and Gray, Wildheart, Simba, the guys are out there just sort of talking to each other, and they sort of stop for a while. Somebody want to roll discern realities?
Sure. I don't see shit.
Yeah, you don't see shit.
I'll give it a try. What do I see?
You do notice one of the guards occasionally is checking over his shoulder, looking sort of towards the mountaintop.
Mm.
Okay.
Yep. So as they sort of finish having their own conversation with each other, the one that was talking with you guys before, he's like, "So, is your master the other one who carries the money, or do you guys have money as well? Is there any other things you'd wish to purchase? You know, while the master's away, haha."
What do you have to purchase?
He says, "Oh, well, we've got some pretty fine wares. We've also got some animals for sale, some beasts of burden. We've got, got some gnomish jewelry, some fine jewelry for the lady."
What are your animals and magical items?
He says, "Well, I didn't say magical items necessarily. We just have items."
Oh, then just garbage trinkets.
Yeah.
He says, What would a fine lady like yourself do with magical items anyways?"
I'm a collector of sorts.
He says,
You know my boyfriend's rich, right?
He said,
Royalty.
it would be a waste in a woman's hands.
You know, I'm starting to dislike you.
He says, "Well, you."
I wish you would.
He says,
Man, this deal's gonna go.
He says, "Listen, we have some mules. We have a few donkeys." He says, "I think we've even got a peregrine or two."
Now I have to look up what a peregrine looks like.
It's a falcon.
It's a falcon.
And how much for a peregrine?
He says, "Oh, for a fine lady such as yourself, 10 gold for a peregrine."
You know what? Yeah, I'll take a peregrine.
Oh my god.
Okay. He says, "Oh, fantastic, fantastic." He says, "Let me escort you to the Paragon cages."
Bring it to me.
Sure. No.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I should go ahead. Yeah, Gray, I should go ahead.
Absolutely perfectly fine to go.
Because, a simple-minded woman like me, I don't know if I can go
Absolutely.
all by
So-
myself. Okay,
Yeah,
all
you
right,
you need a strong dwarf to go help you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
He says, "Yes, let me lead." And so he starts leading you away. Meanwhile, Simba says to Gray, "Pops, should I follow them?"
Is he whispering enough to where they can't hear?
Yeah.
Can I whisper to him? Am I going to roll on this?
Yeah, you can whisper under your breath.
It's okay. She could probably kill them all right now.
He says, okay, Pops. Yeah,
It's okay.
cool.
He already pissed her off once.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah. They all have kind of like sinister auras, Pops.
That's okay. We're going to kill them anyway.
He says, "Oh, okay." Are
Probably going to burn this whole place down. Miss probably didn't even need to go in there.
okay, cool. So one of them is still like eyeballing Wildheart, and he says, "Oh, good. The master and the lady are gone." And he says, he looks over to his buddy and he says, "Let's have some fun." And,
You are so stupid.
And so Wildheart, roll Defy Danger with your dex.
This gonna go south.
Roll to protect your butthole.
This is gonna go south.
Roll to protect that booty meat.
That was a really delayed roll. I'm like, are you just gonna let it happen?
Yeah. So he kind of like bends over like he's adjusting his sandal or whatever, and when he stands up, he chucks a rock like right at your face. You manage to like dodge it, and then just sort of like barely scrapes your face.
Yeah.
And then they start.
He's like, I want it.
Then he starts laughing. He's like, "That was pretty quick, isn't he?"
If you do that again, I will kill you.
He says, "Your master isn't here. What do you care?"
Because you're not gonna hurt my friend. Do it again, and you are dead.
He
I
says-
promise you.
How could you even be friends with one like him?
Oh God, it's one to use. Oh man, well, how about we just fight it out then?
He says, "I've got no quarrel with you, sir."
No, I have a quarrel with you though, sir.
He says, "I feel it unwise to instigate battle out here."
Oh, what I hear
Sounds
is
like
a man that
scene
is
to
chicken
me.
shit. I hear a man that. Oh, I'm sorry. I hear a dwarf. I've taken bigger shits than you. Is scared, but that's okay. That's fine.
He's like,
You're gonna chunk a rock at somebody, but when somebody big stands up to you, you just act like this. Of
He
course,
says-
that's fine.
"Sir, with the flick of my wrist, I could." You know what?
You could do what?
He says, "Mess around and find out."
Okay, that's fine. Let's go, big boy.
Are you rolling to attack?
Oh, absolutely.
You how this would go, Mike.
Roll for
You.
it.
On strength, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is happening.
Yeah. So roll your damage on this guy.
I actually have to pull up this since Ella ate my sheet. she
We lost
she
Brad.
ate it. Oh,
Sorry, I just need a sec.
what is it? Yep, that and
He's got to put his butt plug
what was
in.
it?
I got it.
What was the other thing? Okay. I have to. Once. Why is this all in the way? Here, we'll put that there. Okay. It's that and a merciless. Okay.
Cool. And how are you attacking him?
I'm gonna kick this man dead in the dick.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you definitely like kick him in the crotch and launch him a few feet into the air, and he falls backwards, rolls to the ground, grabbing his crotch as he's rolling. But when that happens, 2 arrows come from the mountaintop and hit you, and you take 5 damage as they sort of like pierce you in sort of like your chest and shoulder regions. And then the other 2 that are there draw their weapons. They both have one pulls out an axe, one pulls out a sword.
So they pick the coward's way.
Yeah.
Got it.
So while this
that's
is
fine.
so
That
while-
is absolutely fine.
So while all this is going down outside, back inside Mist, you're in there, and the one guy comes back in his robes and stuff, and he has this dark elf who looks to be a fully fledged adult, and she's surrounded by like 6 other gnomes as he comes in the room, and he says, "This is Kit, the dark elf I believe you're looking for."
All right, I look at her and say, "You, what's your mother's name?"
She says, "Oh, my mother's name is Valencia."
All right, I tell the guy I want to inspect my property to make sure she's not damaged before I offer anything.
He says, "I think to go any further, we need to see that you have the cash, sir."
All right,
Well, actually, the cash is for the other one. He says, but he still wants to see the cash for the other one, though.
Sure. I take that frog skin pouch and open it up. You can see several pieces of gold in there.
Yeah. He says, "All right. And are you looking to pay now for the other one?"
Yes.
He says, "Then let us collect those funds post haste."
I would like to inspect her first. This all hinges on her. I want both, not one.
He says, "Well, this one requires more than just cash, you see."
I understand that.
He says,
I am picky about my property.
"To inspect her, we would ask that you lay down your weapons, sir."
Fine. So I'll take my rapier and lay it on the table
He says, "And is that all of your weapons?"
that you know of.
"But that's not promising, sir."
Well, we can only trust each other so much, right? You guys have plenty. I'm sure I'm fine.
He says, You will not complain that we keep you surrounded while you're inspecting."
Nope, not at all.
He says, "Very well then."
All right.
yeah.
So I'm going to grab her hand and, just turn it around like I'm looking at it. Remember that my hand is coated in golden root.
Yep.
And I ask her again, "Are you sure your mother is who you say it is?"
She looks down at your hand. She says, "Oh, golden root. How clever." She says, I'm well versed in the use of poisons, sir." She says,
Give me the word and I'll stab this bitch in the neck.
She's a thief.
But to answer your question, absolutely Valencia is my mother."
All right. I don't feel good about this one.
Miss, do you have any illegitimate children?
This is gonna be so
No, I
good.
feel like she's the
He's
fucking
not-
leader of this fucking clan
He's
now.
not
We're
the-
getting played.
He's not the only thief in the world.
I know. I'm just asking.
I want to kind of get as close to her as I can and try to whisper in her ear, "What would you do if I set you free?"
Roll on. Let's roll on.
Charisma?
No, let's roll on wisdom.
7.
You definitely so no one will be necessarily alerted to your presence exactly, but definitely some people are gonna be like, did you hear something, sort of thing. So you whisper to her, what would you do if you set her free? She said,
Yeah.
She says, "Who's there? Is someone here? Sir, are you throwing your voice?" As she looks at you, Mist. And you can tell that she has some idea of what's going on.
I'd be like, sure, answer the question.
She says, oh, well, if I were to leave this place, I think I would start a new life. Maybe look for love. Who knows? I've never thought of freedom.
Man, I don't know, guys. I'm gonna free her, but this is fucking crazy. Alright. Way to fuck things up, Mike.
Telepathically, I'm like, I'm at your disposal, Mist.
Cool, man. So I am going to walk back to the table, put my
Secretly,
rapier
it's
on.
the old lady from the road.
I'm waiting for him to say it's a dragon changeling or some shit.
No, she's gonna ask to read your palm, and then all shit's gonna break loose.
No, see where we fucked up and why I don't trust Mike right now is because we didn't bring the mother in,
Yeah,
so she can't confirm that this is actually her daughter.
I know.
So anyway, all right. So I put my rapier back on. I look at the guy, and I throw 200 gold on the table, and I say, "All right, what do you want for her?"
He says, oh, excellent. Excellent. Yes, well, I have a quest of sorts. He says, well, you see, some of our constituents, well, they've been held up. You see, they're in the, well, to put it bluntly, they're in the capital of the Dwarven Kingdom. And, we need them released. If you were to do this for us, you may have this woman.
All right, I'm going to use my smoke ring
Alright,
and fill this fucking room full of smoke,
cool. Alright,
and then I'm gonna tell Clancy to grab her and fucking run.
alright, let's roll on dex for tossing it appropriately, I guess.
I'm not tossing shit. I'm just making smoke.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
I'm not tossing my ring away. I'm just tapping it and
Okay.
using the ability.
Yeah. Yeah, so the area around you starts sort of filling with smoke. So you sort of decreased visibility. And Clancy, you're looking to grab this woman?
As this is happening, and I'm screaming, "What are you doing? I thought you said no tricks."
So, what I need to know is where the door is, where she is, and I assume I'm like near her.
All right.
Or you could just say you grab her and run the fuck out the way you came in, and roll on it.
Yeah. So let's do this real quick. All right. So, you guys are gonna be in red. So, we got Mist here.
I don't see anything changing.
Oh yeah.
I don't either.
I gotta move you guys to
Mike's
where.
got his thing going.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So, there's Mist. Here's Clancy. So you got the sort of royal gnomes here and here. We've got the dark elf. She's going to be here.
You realize that I never moved from her side, only he did, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
That's true.
Then you will still be over here then. And then we've got the guard. They're going to be in yellow. No, not you. Gosh darn it.
Yes, definitely you.
It's my invisible color.
Yeah.
It's yellow.
Where's my thing? Trash it. All right. So, and then we've got the guards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we've also got the guard over here by the door. He's over here. And so that's where the door is also. So this is sort of our general positioning. Mist has created smoke, filling the room. He's yelling at them, and they start yelling at him. They're like, cease this! Get him! Get him! That's what you hear as the smoke starts filling the room. Clancy, what you doing?
Grabbing her wrist and running forward.
All right.
Yeah, out the room, gone.
Yeah. Roll. I guess roll on Dex for navigating the smoky room.
Well, it's a straight line. You don't really have to navigate, but okay.
But you gotta run past mist and the guys that might be closing in on you, right?
Nah, man.
They won't see me.
But they're still closing in, like in the room, like where mist is. You were doing not so good.
It's fine. I already rolled.
You're John Cena.
I'm gonna help him. I can help him in this by moving out of the way or tripping somebody.
Okay.
That's logical. I know what's happening. Yeah, that's happening. I'm helping
Yeah.
him.
All right, cool. So you definitely managed to grab her, lead her by the hand. You definitely feel some amount of reluctance. She's like, initially sort of like, oh, what's going on? What's happening? Whatever. Do you say anything to her as you're running?
Keep running.
Okay. So you get her to the door. You manage to missteps out of the
Still
way.
invisible. I stab the guard in the neck.
All right. Now she's with you, so obviously he sees her coming. It's going to put him on edge to some degree. Roll with a +2 advantage.
I assume on strength.
Yes.
Okay. So +2 advantage. 8.
All right, cool. So yeah, you'll stab him in the neck. He might sort of wildly swing and get a blow in as well. So go ahead and roll your damage.
6.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you definitely like get a nice cut in, and he sort of like falls out of the doorway when you do it. He does manage to sort of like slightly stab you on the way out, and you get 2 damage as he sort of just like hits you. But he gets out of the way, and you start running out the door down the hall. Mist, these guys are closing in. What do you want to do?
Cool, man. I'm screaming at them, you dirty bastards, I can't believe you did this. I thought you were proper traitors. And I'm going to start yelling.
Raiders for a minute.
No, like, barters. And then I'm going to use escape route.
All right.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
That's why I told nobody to come with me.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Okay, so on a 10 plus, I get to ascribe how I leave, and I get to leave.
Yeah, okay. Cool. How are you leaving?
I'm going to roll a bomb in the middle of those fucks, and I'm just going to disappear and poof outside.
All right, cool. So you managed to run past Clancy and the Dark Elf.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You just like dart by them. You might even be like running on the side of the wall or something, like a ninja.
Yeah.
Was that a fucking Naruto?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
Naruto.
So meanwhile, while you guys are sort of like exiting the cave, back outside. Yeah. So Melody,
Yeah.
this guy has escorted you to an area. There's a couple of cages. They have various animals in them. There's one cage that has the 2 peregrines in it, and he says, "Here are our wares." He says, "Which one would you like?"
Both.
Both. Well, that'll be 100 gold then.
It's only 10 gold for one,
Yeah,
but
that-
100 for one.
I can do math, sir.
Just kill this
He
one.
says, "Oh, you misunderstand. You see, giving 2 away inconveniences us considerably more than just giving 1 away."
Sounds like a great deal of horseshit to me. But I'm not there.
You're paying for the time and the struggle of finding new peregrines, you see.
Can I roll on charisma to see if I can convince him to
Sure.
not be a dick about this?
Sure. So what do you say to him?
I said, I think you can do a lot better than that, and I think that these are a little easier to find than you're letting on.
He says, "Oh, I see you're a woman of business. How
Absolutely.
forward of you." He says, "You're right." He says, "I might have been trying to take advantage." He says, "You know what? 50 gold for the 2 then." That's half the price. What a deal.
fulfill your destiny, Anakin. Kill him.
Yeah,
So,
then take your gold back.
Yeah, this is
So while you're doing this transaction, you do hear coming from you or from around you. You hear he's lying. Kill him. Take his head.
I'm going to roll to harness the goo, and I'm just going to quietly say, take care of this for me.
Okay.
I hate that you call it harness the goo.
Harness the goo. Yeah. Roll on your.
I did.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So, as you're praying to the goo, basically, you black out, and no one else is here to witness what happens. So you black out. We'll come back to
Okay.
that.
Which means he's gonna make up some crazy ass shit to fuck us later.
Yup.
So, back out front, Gray. You and Wildheart are
1 second.
now sort of
I hear you.
entangling with these gnomes. You've been shot with 2 arrows. You've kicked this guy in the balls and knocked him back. And the other 2 are now rushing you, and there are clearly other gnomes about. What are you doing? What's Wildheart doing? Is Wildheart alive?
That's a very good question.
What's Gray doing? Taking a poop?
Give me a second. No, I gotta get a stupid dog.
Taking a poop.
Meanwhile, I'm exiting the cave and stabbing another guy.
Yeah. Well, you guys are going to exit the cave, but we have to resolve some things that are happening outside before you exit the cave, because it takes a moment, right? This is all happening at the same time.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna have nice, even conversation with her while we're running.
Yeah, so
Okay. Sorry.
How was your poop?
No, I had to take the dog was.
Is that what you
laying
call
in
it?
his bed
That's
right-
fine.
Yeah.
What the dog doing?
Okay. Anyway, what's going on?
So these gnomes are running to attack you. You've been shot with
Yeah.
arrows. You kicked some of them in the balls. Wildheart's just standing there with a blank stare on his face, like,
Oh, Jesus. Well, I guess. What day is it?
It's Monday, May 3rd. You get a
What's
plus.
the moon? Because I don't want. Yeah.
You get a +1.
Okay. Transforming. Screw this.
Yeah.
I don't care about this.
Roll-
We think I care about these gnomes?
Roll for it.
What
Gnomes
was
are
it?
here for us to kill.
It was on con, right?
I'm going to treat this
Yeah.
little
It was
bitch
on
like a
Con or
Capri
Dex?
Sun.
Con.
Con?
Yeah.
Look at fucking Capri Sun.
That worked. It's not as well as normal.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's I get a no. That actually is an 8 because that's the +1 from
Yeah.
the con.
Yep.
So that's an 8.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. You start wolfing out. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm sure.
The,
I am positive that Melody and Mist heard that.
So
I didn't hear shit because
As-
I'm blacked out.
when you
Mist is already outside, standing there like, what's taking them so fucking
when you
long?
when you transform, the 2 that were rushing you definitely like stop and take a step back.
Oh.
Another
You
arrow.
fucked up today.
Another arrow grazes you, sort of while you're transforming, and you take just 2 damage as the arrow just grazes by you, probably bouncing off your muscles. You know.
Tiny man shoot arrow at
Uh,
Gray.
Yep. So yeah, you transform,
Great one.
and I guess Wildheart's
You never
still
go
not
full.
with us.
Wildheart knows his place.
Yeah. So Simba now having being sort of fed up with the situation. You s-
Simba killed them all.
you see just sort of like a shimmer, and out of that shimmer bursts a full-fledged dragon, flying.
He ate a soul also, remember that. So is he bigger?
This is all still in the same day, so
This is the same day.
he hasn't had time to sleep and really let that sink in.
Eat all the souls.
So yeah, he starts flying up
Right.
towards the top where the caves are, and so he flies up that way, sort of.
Simba, burn it to the
And
ground.
as he just bursts out of a shimmer of nothing, the two that had taken a few steps back fall to their butts on the ground and are like staring up wide-eyed. What do you want to do?
Oh, so they're not paying attention to me, are they?
Yeah,
Can I get advantage
yeah,
on
you can.
that? Oh God,
This is exciting.
they're so gonna die. Oh,
Yep.
This is all the excitement I needed for this. Ooh,
Mhm.
I'm going to. Are they next to each other?
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Could I possibly hit both of them at the exact
Yeah,
same
sure.
time? Oh, well, that's a lot of rolling. That would be 2 attacks though. Could I like double stab them in the throat?
Let's roll for one. See how that goes.
Okay, we'll roll for one. Definitely on strength. Jesus, wow, it's going to happen, but not very well.
Yeah, so you'll get the one. And on 12 plus, I'll let you have both, right? So
I wish.
you
Okay.
yeah,
All right,
so go ahead and roll for damage on the one.
Okay, we will roll for. Okay, that is. What is that? That is. Ooh, Jesus, they are fucking super dead. That's 10. That's the. What is that? The 4, and that is the 6, and then the 1 for merciless.
Jeez, what is all that together? That's,
Exactly.
17. Yeah, you'll murder him. You want to tell me how you murder him?
He explodes.
Into confetti.
I run over and jump on top of him, and before I bite him and rip his throat out, I say, "And this is what happens when you're racist." And then I rip his throat out,
Cool.
and then I look over at the other one.
Well, so no, but while you're ripping his throat out, right? The other one's like jumped on your back and like drove his like sword into your back.
Not a smart move.
Yeah. You take
Gray mud.
you take not really 3 damage as he's trying to drive this into your back. He's just like sort of like trying, but it's not penetrating you.
And this is why I told you were dead from the beginning.
And while you lube up beforehand.
Wildheart just sort of has a seat and starts watching it all go down.
Of course, that sounds like Wildheart.
Yeah, and the other guy that you kicked in the balls, he's like scrambled to his feet and he's running back towards the cave now. So, Mist,
Oh no.
as you're exiting the cave, this guy's making a mad dash towards the cave. Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him.
Do a drive-by stab in the neck.
Yeah, you can roll with advantage.
How much of an advantage?
+1.
Okay.
I mean, he still should be hurting me for being writhing in the balls.
Right now, the adrenaline is pumping so hard, he's not even worried about that right now.
Yeah, he's gonna get fucked.
Yeah, roll some damage.
Alright. That is a D8 and a D4.
Okay. And so
He's stunned.
yeah. Well, he took like what, 6 damage before too. So
You know what? Wait a minute.
yeah.
Let me pop on.
How do you attack him?
Oh, I'm just straight across the chest up to his face.
Okay. Are you doing like a run by?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you run by, just sort of like maybe even leap and just like cut him as you leap over him. Knocks him back to the ground, and he starts bleeding all over the place. He's not dead, but he's definitely like, and he's stunned too. So there's not much you can do about it. So he's just like laying on the ground, sort of twitching and bleeding.
Right. As I do that, I'm yelling out to Gray that Clancy's on his way with the daughter, and that we need to get ready.
Yeah. So, and Valencia the whole time is just like she keeps like backing up, like what is happening right now?
Yeah, you messed with the wrong group.
And so not moments after Mist runs out, Clancy with Kit in tow is running out. You see this guy laying on the ground, just sort of like twitching and bleeding. Do you take an action against him as you're running out?
Kick him in the balls!
Yeah, you don't even have to roll the attempt. You can just roll damage.
Yeah! Flex my damage. D6.
What's your ball damage?
My ball damage is
It's
D6.
maximum because it's balls.
Oh, good. You're gonna kill him.
As I'm running by, I deliver a swift kick to the groin.
Yeah,
And his
And
balls
continue
come
on
out of
my
his
way.
I
mouth.
can literally see
Yeah, it
that
just
in my
ruptures.
head.
yeah. He blacks out, right? From I mean, he was already in a lot of pain. And he was stunned. The kick of the balls makes him black out, and he's just gonna bleed out basically as you run by. And
I stop for a short moment to rifle through his pockets.
so
Yes!
as you stop, Kit obviously stops beside you, and she says, "Do we really have time for that?"
There's always
Just a
time to
second. One hand in one pocket, one hand in the other pocket. Shimmy around a minute. If I don't find anything, oh well.
Roll on your wisdom.
10.
Yeah, I mean, you find like 10 silver. You find a dagger and a whistle.
Take it all.
All right, cool.
enjoy your gnomish rape whistle. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And I grab her hand and continue running.
She says, "Oh, how terribly barbaric."
Oh my god.
Thank you.
You picked the wrong group!
So meanwhile, Gray, you've got this guy on your back, and he's stabbing at you. What are you doing?
I am going to grab behind me and then attempt to rip him off and kill him.
All right, go for it.
That is that. Oh, he is
yeah.
so going to die in the loveliest way.
Yeah, roll for it. Roll the attacks.
He is a gnome too. This boy's gonna die. That's oh my. That was the first hit.
Maya Moo.
Let's
Ooh.
see how you eviscerate him.
Ooh,
Harshly.
I mean,
Fucking harshly.
whatever you want to do to him, you feel free to do it.
Save the organs.
Oh my god. This is the first time I'm gonna do some crazy shit like this. I'm going to grab him, jerk him off, and hold him in my claw, and I'm just going
Jesus.
to bite. I'm
You gonna
bite
jerk
his
him off,
whole-
James? Damn.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull him off of my back.
Okay.
That's not any better!
And then I'm gonna jerk him off.
Then I'm gonna hold him by the back of his collar, and I'm just going to bite his entire fucking face off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just in one.
Yes. As you're clamping down, he's screaming, and that obviously stops the minute you like clamp down and pull his face off. And his body just goes limp in your hands.
Dwarf meat.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he may taste a little unwashed.
You?
Yeah.
I've ate plenty things. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
So,
But I just
For
swing it
survival.
to the side.
yeah. But you murder the crap out of him.
Yeah.
As you sort of bite his face, and then I assume you just throw him to the ground. What's left of him.
Yeah, I just throw him to the ground.
Yeah.
I'm sure Clancy will take his
So
items as he passes
so Miss is
by.
arriving at this point in time. Clancy and Kit just behind him. As they're running up, two gnome bodies just fall out of the sky, like sort of right in front of you, like plop plop. Pretty like mutilated and destroyed.
Did you manage to eat their souls?
And then landing beside you, superhero style, in his human form is
course.
Simba. And then he like slow stands up, and he says, "Pops,
Am I a hero now, Papa?
I got more souls, and I killed some bad guys."
Yeah, you did.
You guys, two things are happening, right? One, you hear a multitude of screams coming from the distance. And you can see some of those guards that were in the cavern with you starting to run out of the entrance of the cavern. What do you want to do?
Miss,
We're
do you
out.
still have a bomb?
Let me check my inventory. Why, yes, I have two. Would you
Huck
like
it at
one?
the entrance.
No, I'm giving it to you.
Okay.
Do the
I give it
honors.
to Clancy.
There's.
I'm gonna take the bomb and try and run back towards the entrance and kind of throw it at one of the walls.
You earned your slaughter.
Roll on Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's gonna be.
Yeah.
You trip and fall, and the bomb blows up underneath you.
How?
Roll yourself a D8 of damage.
Okay. As long as it's just a D8 of damage.
This is why I did that.
Yeah. You fall on it, it explodes on top of you, and it blows you back. As of right now, about 4 gnomes have now breached the entrance, and they're making their way down. The screams off to the side are still happening. So.
I told you, Simba, she would be fine.
What is Miss doing?
Getting the fuck out of there. I don't want to fight 200 gnomes.
Cool. So you're cut and run.
I mean, everybody else is, aren't they? Or are we all staying to fight?
I mean,
Oh,
we're
Clancy's getting the fuck out of here. That bomb hurt.
Yep. All right.
Because I mean, there might be 600 fucking gnomes in there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if Simba just breathes a really big thing of fire, we'll just burn them all alive,
Yeah.
including all the slaves that are in there. So.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Or
That's
they'll be
fine.
free.
They're merchandise.
So all right. Well, Gray, are you running?
Gray don't run; he walks away from explosions.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I run.
So it's just
I'm out.
Gray turning around and walking in full wolf form.
Yes.
With a bomb going off in the background and my body flying upwards.
Wildheart's fallen asleep on the ground during all of this. Is anyone going to grab him and take him with him?
I pick him up and we walk into the sunset.
Cool. Yeah, because it's definitely the sun's starting to go down by this point, right?
Yeah.
So
Just in his arms, just curled up.
yeah.
I mean, right now, I don't think we have to worry about Melody.
Yeah. So you get Wildheart and you run or you walk, so you guys do manage to sort of get away, but like no one checks on Melody, I guess.
I would have had no idea that she left, so I
Yeah,
wouldn't know.
we'll go over there to go check on Melody. This is
I don't know if
probably
you should do that, but yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
a terrible idea.
Well, I mean, you're running away, so you've got to like leave and then maybe like circle around and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm
I mean,
sure she'll be fine.
let's if you circle and come back, right? It'll take you like I don't know, maybe about an hour.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, so you kind of make your way, you come right back. When you walk back to where you heard sort of the screams coming from and where Melody was, let me paint the scene that you walk up on.
Of course.
You walk up, and Melody is facing a cage, and it looks like she's petting something, right?
Swear to God, if she's petting this guy's head.
Around her are like 13 like heavily mutilated bodies.
See, Simba?
You know,
She killed
like-
them all.
like you know.
Well, that's spooky as shit.
And then Melody turns around.
And I'm like, hey,
Whoa!
guys, I have peregrines.
Hold on. With the peregrine on her shoulder, and she's petting it. Her eyes are
I'm gonna hide behind kid.
Her eyes are completely black.
Jesus.
Does anyone say anything?
To Melody?
Yeah.
No.
All
Dave?
praise the mighty overlord.
Well, I'm sure I'm not in wolf form anymore.
No. Yeah.
Look at Melody and be like, you look good, let's go.
So I see you got your bird.
So as soon as you speak to Melody, you see like the blackness in her eyes fade. Melody, suddenly you're brought to consciousness with this bird on you, and you're petting it, and your friend's in front of you, and then like several bodies on the ground. What do you say?
Hey, and do I get both the peregrines?
You have one on your arm. The other one's still in the cage. You certainly can take it.
Hey guys, I got peregrines.
Cool.
You're not.
Now you don't remember.
On to how
You don't remember anything that happened. Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
not
but at the same
curious.
time, I'm looking around and I'm just like, okay, well, I got my hawks.
Melody, what the hell happened here?
I
I'm gonna be like, she's great. She's creeping me out.
I went to go purchase the birds, And now I have the birds.
I obviously can see. You know what? We'll chalk that up to as a win.
I do like pretty birdie hands, and then be like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm just doing like gratuitous fake bows behind everybody.
So also when you guys have left, obviously Kit and Valencia have been rejoined, and they're holding hands, and they're talking amongst each other, and when you walk up, Valencia definitely exclaims like, "Oh my! What has transpired here?
Also,
Did an animal attack?"
yeah, we'll call it an animal.
Probably. I'm not feeling so
I'm gonna
good.
have to ask you something later about those collars.
Also, Wildheart, you're being carried by Gray. He's throwing you over your shoulder. You fell asleep during battle.
No, sir. He's cradled in his arms.
Okay, you're cradled in his arms, and you suddenly wake up in the embrace of Gray. And what you see when you walk
Big
up,
Daddy Gray.
which is the group's all standing there. You've got the two other dark elves, and there's like 13 mutilated gnome bodies, and then Melody's petting some peregrines.
This is what happens when you go to sleep.
Yeah.
This guy gets it.
And Yona also comes like walking up, and in her bear language, says, "Man, that was one hell of a poop I had to take. Is everything okay?"
Too much information.
Listen, man, don't take any of his shit.
So, anyways, so yeah, you guys are looking to book though, Vamoose again.
Fuck yeah.
You can definitely still hear like some noises in the woods where they're like seems like they're searching for you. So you guys are making your way back to town then.
Yeah.
Cheese it, guys.
I was gonna say, not before I go back to the entrance and set it ablaze.
Do I have yep. Thing, stuff. Yep. Yeah, so you guys start making your way to I click things. That's what you do. And you start making your way back to Kiramaruz with these two dark elves in tow. Are you heading back to Melody's house?
Sure.
Cool.
Why not?
Are you walking through town or on the outskirts?
Outskirts.
Outskirts, just like I did before.
Yeah.
I am going to walk.
And I'd like to
through
say that
town.
that since they're on my shoulders, that I kind of drape the cape over them so they look like they have two tiny hoods too. Fine, okay, whatever.
That doesn't make sense.
That's fine.
I thought it was cute, but whatever.
Yeah. And no
Are
one.
you really gonna mess with the lady with two hawks on her shoulder that looks all mysterious and scary?
Does anyone talk to Melody about what happened?
Nope, not a fucking word.
I have gratuitously offered to sweep before her feet.
Wildheart, nothing.
No one
Okay.
just a crazy bitch.
And who all's working on the outskirts and who all's walking through town?
I'm walking on the outskirts.
Yeah.
I'm walking on the outskirts so I might please my lady.
Yeah.
Also outskirts.
Yeah. And the two dark elves will walk on the outskirts with you. So only Gray's walking through town?
No, fine. I'll walk through the outskirts.
He just wants to fuck some more shit up.
So yeah, you guys make it back to the house then, and I assume you're going inside the house.
Yeah.
Cool. So now it's like the night of Monday, May 3rd, Valencia, she says to you guys, she says, "Thank you so much for saving me and my daughter," and Kit's like, "Yes, it was quite valiant of you to procure us. Tell me, what is it that you want from us?"
I just want to know about those collars.
She says, "Oh, I don't wear a collar."
You don't, but you know about them.
She says, "Oh, well, the gnomes use the collars to control their servants. What is there to know?"
Let me guess, you're not a servant?
She says, well, I'm a servant of sorts. I perform...
Servant of the Underlord.
She says, I performed jobs for them as needed. She says, I have a particular set of skills.
Oh, God. I had a really unhealthy, terrible thought. Anyway.
Yeah, she services them.
Yeah, she services them. Yeah, exactly.
She's being...
I mean, have you looked at her? I held her hand and I'm hard.
She's intentionally being vague.
I'm sure she is.
Duh.
I wouldn't want people to know if I blew gnomes either.
So, also, Simba is, I mean, he's with you guys, right? And he's like, hey, Pops, that one doesn't have an aura either.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I don't like this.
So they're chit-chatting, so Kit says, well then, are we free to go then, or do you have some other purpose for us? I mean, you bought and stole us, I suppose, so to some degree we are yours.
She's the wizard chicken.
My lady, I only ask that you remember my name. Clancy!
Says, oh, Clancy, what a fanciful name. I certainly shall remember it. And
I give a deep bow.
so while she's talking to Valencia is sort of just like looking down and being very quiet the whole time.
Valencia, is this your real daughter?
She looks at me, she says, oh yes, very much so. And Kit says, yes, my mother is, well, she's quite aged actually. You can't tell it from her looks, but she's well over 300 years old. She's grown timid in her old age.
This don't set right.
Nope, they're bad.
This gonna be some fuckery.
So she says, I ask again, do you have a purpose for us, or are we free to go?
What would your purposes be best suited?
She says, well, I have expertise in procuring items, and well, my mother is good at remedial tasks. She can cook and clean and do basic adventuring, I guess. She's quite adept to carrying things.
So she's Lydia from Skyrim. All right.
Why are you being so vague?
She says, what do you mean?
Exactly.
Since you can't use poison, should I use charming and open?
I would do something because there's nothing I can do.
I asked her, what are you hiding? And I get a 14 on that.
Yeah. She says, hiding, my dear. I'm hiding nothing. Perhaps you've just not asked the right questions.
Can I roll
I've
again?
got one.
Yeah, roll and ask what is the right question.
Well, I mean, you can extend your 14 into asking what is the right question, right?
What is the right question?
She says, well, I haven't the foggiest what the right question might be, but perhaps you could ask what my intentions are if I am to go free. That's a valid question, I think.
Then I do that.
You should certainly show interest in people instead of being so self-serving.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and ask that, yeah.
She says, well, if I am to be set free, then I should rejoin my people and help them in any way that I can.
Who's your people?
Well, the other Dark Elves, of course.
Why don't you have a soul?
I beg your pardon, I most certainly have a soul.
Where's your aura?
Oh, that.
We all have them. You don't.
That. Well, I would say it's pretty common for Dark Elves to mask their auras. It gives us away, you see. Most of us, as young children, learn the ability in its second nature.
All right, unmask it then, real quick.
She says, for what purpose?
So I can tell you're telling the truth.
He says, well, auras don't necessarily give away truth. They just give away general
Intention.
Alignment, maybe?
Yeah. Exactly.
She says, well, let me see if I can drop it. It's, like I said, it's second nature, so you'll have to give me a minute. And she like looks up and ponders for a second. She says, okay, I think it's down now.
Simba, what does it look like?
Simba says, it's, I don't know. It's a combination of white and black, and I'm not sure what that means. It's very hard to explain, Pops. Pops, it's like she's, well, I don't know. I can't tell if she's good or bad.
I would like to
Okay.
ask a question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask what her true form is.
Okay. I mean, she's like, I am what you see.
Too vague. I think you're a god.
She says, oh, don't you think that if I were a god that I certainly would not have been entrapped in the employ of mere gnomes?
Gods do things for funny
I was-
reasons
I
sometimes.
was about to say, you haven't been
You also
around,
never
we've
said
been
you were
around.
trapped.
She says, well, trapped is a very finite word. I was certainly in the employ of the gnomes, and not in a way that I wished to be.
Got it. They didn't pay you enough.
I'm just gonna slowly start backing out of the door.
Just, are you okay?
All's well, milady.
She
Or
says,
my lord. Or
says-
my...
do you have any provisions in this place? Perhaps we could have a meal. I'm quite famished.
I don't have it. You know what? The only way we can get a meal is going into town.
Do I have any supplies here?
You didn't stock any supplies here, and so I mean,
Okay.
The-
I didn't know if I did or not. I
like,
couldn't remember.
so Ricky might have had some bread, cheese, whatever, but I mean, it's been months, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably not.
I'm sure I would
gonna
have cleaned that out by now.
That's probably not going to be great. So,
Yeah.
The bread of the Middle Ages was able to last up to a year. Fun fact of the day.
Yeah, and it
boys.
tastes like a rock.
yeah.
So you
That's
don't
what
want
was made of
mummified
oatmeal.
bread?
So, she says, "Well, we could go into the forest and find food then." I deign not enter the town. She says, I've lived in this area long enough, anyways, to know that the townspeople do not take favorably
Yeah, they're a bunch of assholes.
To,
yes.
We hate them.
to the dark elf race.
They don't take kindly to a lot of people. But yeah, I get your point.
He says, "Well, I have nothing to offer you, but perhaps you would like to aid me in my quest to free the dark elf people of their suffering."
Wild Heart?
Yeah.
He says, "Oh, excellent! I knew you would understand." She says,
I agree too. Jeez, but whatever. Yeah.
She says, "Tell me, Wildheart, I think I've heard them call you."
Yes.
She says, "You look so lonely. How long have you been without your kin?"
Far back as I could remember.
She says, "Oh, that explains why you were unable to mask your aura, maybe. Yes, you did not grow up with the learning."
Yeah.
She says, "Oh, that's so sad. What tribe were you a part of?"
The tribe of Nacho. Nacho business.
Do not know my clan name.
She says,
Tribe
"Oh, how
name.
unfortunate." She says, "Well, we'll certainly have to get you embedded with the culture, and so you can learn your heritage." She says,
I think she's coming on to you, Wildheart.
She wants to
Bring
bend your
forth this
culture.
peace pipe I've heard about.
She says,
Time to have wild heart kids.
she says, "Tell me, have you any offspring of your own?"
I do not.
She says, "Oh, and how long have you been traversing this mortal plane?"
Mm. I don't know.
That's a very vague
I can't
thing,
tell
man.
time.
She says, "You poor."
Many moons passed since I began walking.
She says, "Oh, you poor thing, uneducated, unlearned, uncultured. It's a shame, really. This is
I'm gonna poke my head in and said, "That's what I say."
No, he calls me a savage. They're not the same.
She says, "Yes, well, I can smell the dark elf on that one, but he saved me, so I will
Oh
not."
God, I thought I washed that off.
She says, I'll save those questions for a different day." She says, "Well, I think it best we all get a good night rest, and then I can explain better to you the plight of the Dark Elves."
Yeah, okay.
She says, "And about that meal, should we go for a hunt, or should someone run into town? What will we do?"
Simba, it is time to hunt.
Yeah, we can hunt.
She says, "Oh yes, your pet dragon."
He is not my pet.
She says, "Oh no."
Nope,
She
he is not.
She says, "You know, the gnomes have a dragon. Or rather, they had a dragon."
Yeah. Hence the reason why I keep asking about those collars.
She's, "Oh, it's quite comical, actually. They sent the dragon for a mission in Macrotir.
Mhm. Yeah.
Apparently, things went quite awry.
Hmm.
It seems as though the dragon and its handler have been captured. Captured by the dwarves. I hear
Prison break.
it was quite the undertaking."
You mean the dwarves where we just broke you out of?
"Those were gnomes. Do you not even know the difference
Oh.
between gnomes and dwarves? You simple man."
Look, you ain't saved yet.
He's, "Oh, I meant no disrespect. I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't grasp the gravity of the things that I say for other people."
Pardon my, I guess, interruption here, but would that be what they wanted me to do for your freedom?
I believe so. I believe they wanted you to return to them, their dragon and its handler.
Yeah, the handler can go fuck off.
She says, "Oh, Giuseppe's a funny man."
Sure.
He says he does the most amazing parlor tricks.
So Giuseppe is also a bard.
So she says, "But yes, well, I doubt we'll be saving them anytime soon. The mission they were asking you for was a suicide mission at best." She says, "No one other than a dwarf has entered the Dwarven Kingdom in over 100 years."
But aren't we in the Dwarven Kingdom?
The Dwarven capital, I suppose. I mean, first you have to find it, and then once you do that, then you have to infiltrate it.
Best guess, in a mountain.
She says, "Yes, there are many rumors that it is subterranean."
Shocking. Dwarves like dirt. They're gross.
Yes, but so many marvels have been given to us by the dwarves. If only they didn't fall in league with that dreadful Lu, bringing down the end of magic, or at least attempting to. It's been a hard time.
Have I been told who Lou is before?
I don't know. Well, I mean, anyone who's alive should have known who Lu was, right? Because he's only been.
Would
I'm
Lou
a
make me
wolf,
money?
Why would I know?
Yes, but Lu was like literally the foremost god of the continent, right? You would have
God, Schmod, he needs some money.
you would have heard his name everywhere you went, essentially.
As a wolf?
Okay, but I would also like to state that I used to know a bard named Lou Ferrigno, and that's who I assume she is talking about.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So yeah. Anyways, eventually you guys get food. You have dinner. You go to bed.
I used my I'm just gonna call them hawks, but yeah, to hunt and make sure that they are also fed.
Yeah.
You know, off subject. Speaking of Lou, you don't have him in the people by locations menu.
Lou, the dead
Yeah, he's
god,
not in there, man. Yeah, I mean, he's still not in
His
there.
location is
dead.
But he's not in there at all.
He wouldn't be.
Who says he's dead?
his location is death.
He's a god.
Yeah, he's dead for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And also,
You are Lou now.
also my list has names on it that your list does not have. So there's that.
Yeah. Okay.
My
Oh, you better add
your,
Lou Ferrigno.
your
then.
list-
I didn't know where that motherfucker
your
is.
list
He owes me
only
$5
has the names of the people that your characters are aware of and where they are.
We don't have a lot. We don't have
Okay,
important
then
dead characters yet.
type the fucking island in and put Lou, and then next to it put deceased.
We'd have to put a
Okay.
lot of deceased names in.
Yeah, yeah. I've only put in and crossed out the names of the people who have died since I made the list. So, but yeah, so we'll sort of fade out there, and then you guys will resume with Kit and Valencia in the morning of Tuesday, May the 4th. Do this, do that. Nope, that's not what I want. A big thank you to all of our viewers. You know, the person in Brazil and the other rando that shows up. We appreciate your views. And we will catch you guys. Not next week. Next week we are not playing because I will not be in town.
Boo.
I know, I'm sorry. So the following week we will pick up where we left.
We will have a game by ourselves.
Hey,
yeah.
listen, if y'all have a game by yourselves, I will definitely put in the headphones and listen to it.